going on YouTube? This is Inga Simone. Today I'm here to do a review of the latest Verzuz featuring Bebe and Cece Winans versus Mary Mary. This video was actually a subscriber request. I thought about doing this video, but I kind of decided not to at first because it might be a little biased. I am more familiar with one side than the other. I am a church kid. Like, growing up in the 90s, I was in the church. Like, you know, I had a mother that was very involved in the church at that time. So my brothers and I had to suffer. So, I mean, every day. I think like Tuesday was youth night. Wednesday was Bible study. I'm not sure if anything happened on Thursday or Friday. Saturday, it was like Women's Day, and then choir rehearsal, and then Sunday, you know, regular church service. And there were some days where we would not only go during the day, we would go to the evening service. Like, it was a lot of church. When it comes to gospel music, I'm a fan of old gospel music, you know, that featured choirs. Like, do people do choirs anymore? Like, I see groups, but not, you know, this was like back in the day when choirs wore robes. Like, that's the type of gospel music that I listen to. But I am a fan of Bebe and Cece Winans. I am more familiar with their music than Mary Mary. When it comes to gospel music or music in general, if it was after like 2000s, there's a huge chance that I don't know it. But since this is a request from a subscriber, or actually a couple of subscribers, I decided to do this video. And while I'm going round for round for this review, I'm gonna use, I'm still deciding actually. This was kind of last minute. I have two Juvia's Place palettes, the Berries palette and the Sweet Pinks. Since I'm wearing pink, I might do this, or I might do both. We'll see. I'm just winging it right now. Okay, I'm gonna start with some eye primer. Get that going. And then we'll start. Okay, I think I made a decision. I think I'm gonna go with the Sweet Pinks palette for today's look. Okay, I put some eye primer on already. So let's talk about the Verzuz. Honestly, I don't know either of those songs. I didn't know either of those songs, so I'm gonna give it a tie. Just because of that. Like, oh my goodness. There's gonna be a lot of times where I'm like, I don't know this. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've heard Believer before. I think it sounded a little familiar, but it's a tie. It's a tie for that one. I'm gonna have to go with the Winans for that one. I absolutely love that song. They won that round for me. Again, it's kind of unfair because I didn't know Thankful. I don't know that song. I'm telling you, like, I know like a handful of Mary Mary songs. I don't know that many. So the Winans won by default on that round. Once again, the Winans got that round. Feels Like Heaven is a nice song. Like, it almost doesn't sound like gospel. It sounds like a love song. Like a song you would play at a wedding or something. They have a few songs like that. Yes, I pick Feels Like Heaven. This round, I'm actually going to give it to Mary Mary. It's one of their songs, I know. I like Survive. That's a very laid back, smooth song to listen to. And uplifting. And that's what you want. That's what you want when you're listening to music. So I'm going to go with Survive on that one. Change Your Nature is okay. It's not one of my favorites from Bebe and Cece. I mean, it's cool, but I'm going to give it to Survive. Immediately, I Owe You Me One. I listened to that song, like, seriously, when they played that song in the Verzuz, I literally screamed. I was like, yes, yes, that's my song. Like, I'm not lying when I say, like, I listen to it at least once a day. I just think it's such a beautiful song. They're both actually really great songs. I love What a Friend as well, but I love I Owe You Me a little bit more. Don't Cry won that round for me. I've always loved that song. It's mainly Cece singing on that song. And can we just take a moment? I just want to acknowledge how good everyone looked in this Verzuz. But I want to give a special shout out to Cece Winans. She has absolutely one of the most beautiful smiles I've ever seen in my life. She is so gorgeous. That is a beautiful woman. And both the sisters in Mary Mary are gorgeous as well. Just beautiful. But yes, and Don't Cry, Cece's voice is just perfection. I love both songs. I've always loved Meantime. I don't know how old that song is, but I have to give it to Destiny. I have to give it to Tina. Tina was singing like her life depended on it. I love Tina Campbell's voice. Love her. So she won that round for me. Celebrate New Life is a classic for me. So that won that round. I've always loved that song. Of course, it has one of my favorite singers of all time, Whitney Houston, in the background. Like, do you know how awesome you have to be to have the voice singing background for you? Like, seriously, Whitney Houston. So yeah, that one. Bebe and Cece took that. They took round 8 for me. I've never heard of He Said. I can't even remember what it sounds like. So I have to automatically give it to Bebe and Cece. I mean, I like that song anyway. So yeah. I can't tell you what He Said sounds like. I have no idea. Who do you think I'm gonna pick? Nothing against Erica Campbell. It's a very cute song. I actually like that song. It's very uplifting. I think it's new. I think it's a brand new song. I heard it not that long ago. You know, it's about being positive. You can't go wrong with that. But count on me. That's an automatic winner. I'm gonna have to give it to Mary Mary. That is another song that I'm familiar with them. And Erica, she held that note, that long note at the end. She had to do it twice. They asked them to sing that song twice because there was some technical difficulties. Like, there was one part where I lost, it seemed like it was down for like 5 minutes. It was a good amount of time. It was probably around when they were singing that song. But when I couldn't get a hold of it, I would watch it on Facebook. Facebook didn't seem to have a problem at all. But yeah, they had to sing Yesterday twice. And both times she was holding that note, that long note. I'm like, okay, so they won that round. Most of the time when I hear Hold Up the Light, I automatically think of an episode from Martin, when Pam and Gina were singing it in a talent show. But I've always loved that song. Once again, the voice Whitney Houston is singing with them, so they win. And I'm not familiar with the sounds. I don't know that song. It doesn't even matter because I love Hold Up the Light. I'm telling you, like, I don't even think this recap is fair. It's not fair. Oh my gosh. I am familiar with both of these songs. I'm gonna pick It's Okay. I'm gonna pick the Winans. Can't Give Up Now. It's okay for me. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. I have to go with the Winans. It's another song that I grew up on. Once again, the Winans, they won that. Lost Without You is a bop. It's another R&B sounding gospel song. You could play that at a wedding if you wanted to. Beautiful, beautiful song. I think the crowd was singing along as well, because it's beautiful. Like, how can you not? How can you not sing along? I'm gonna have to give it to Mary Mary on that round. I love In the Morning. I remember when that song came out. Yeah, that was after 2000. I think I was in high school when that came out. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Mary Mary won round 15 for me. These next few rounds, Mary Mary was killing it. Like, they started playing songs that I knew. I was like, okay. It was like hit for hit. I like both, but I'm gonna have to give it to Mary Mary. I love Walking. It's become very popular on TikTok and social media when people are talking about this high gas and people are walking. I think that is so funny. But I've always liked that song. So round 16, Mary Mary won. A solo song for Bebe Winans. I did not know that song. Never heard that song in my life. That must be brand new. Or maybe it's not. Once again, Mary Mary took that one. I love Go Get It. I play that song and I automatically am in a great mood. Once again, the Winans, they were playing something I didn't know. Never heard that song in my life. So I have to give it to Mary Mary. That song kind of puts me in the mind of T-Pain. Like, it had that sound that he has. It had that same sound that T-Pain uses. And I really like it. It also has Kiara Sheard in that song, and I love her voice. So, Mary Mary won round 18. This might be a very unpopular opinion. I I am familiar with both songs, of course. I never liked Shackles. I never liked Shackles. I don't know if it was because it was played so much when it first came out that I was like, oh my gosh, please turn it off. I was never a fan of Shackles, but Addictive Love, that is one of my songs. So you already know. Yeah, Bebe and Cece won that round. I love Addictive Love. That is classic. That is a classic song. Now I've heard Mary Mary's Heaven before. I'm not personally a fan of that song. I believe it's one of their fan favorites. But Bebe and Cece, now their song Heaven, I've always loved that song. As long as I can remember. That song is almost as old as I am. And it is just such a lovely song. The music, the way their voices sound, it is just everything. So yes, Bebe and Cece won that round. Now that was all the rounds, but they decided to play that one song from Erica Campbell, I Love God. Let me tell you something. I believe it's a popular song. Me personally, I feel like that is one of the most annoying songs that I've ever heard. I don't like that song. Oh my goodness. I thought it was a joke when it came out. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I prefer Mary Mary as a unit, as them together. Okay? That's what they're known for. Singing together, harmonizing together. But that I Love God, I can't do that. Like, I'm too old school. This is what happens when your mother is one of your best friends. I think I'm around my mom too much. Her energy just rubs off on me, and I'm like, I can't do this song. I don't like it. This is a bright look. Alright, so those were all the rounds in the verses. So for my personal scoreboard, you have Mary Mary with 7, Bebe and Cece with 12, and 1 tie. So for me, in my opinion, Bebe and Cece Winans won the verses. Now keep in mind, this is all for fun. It's just my opinion. It's not that deep. It's not serious. I respect both groups, both duos. So I'm sure there are some rounds where you do not agree with me. And that's fine. That is cool. There's nothing wrong with having different opinions. But I enjoyed the verses as a whole. It's probably one of my favorites ever. It was very uplifting. I love the flow, the vibe of it. You know, my inner church kid was screaming. The only thing I didn't like was it seemed like the Winans songs were getting cut short for some reason. But other than that, it was fine. It was fine for me. There wasn't a lot of talking in between songs. They didn't have a long intermission in the middle, which was great. It worked well for me because it already started late. You know, I'm in the East Coast, so it started at 9:30 here, and I'm like, okay, this is a little late. You know, we have regular people here. I gotta work in the morning. I have to get up the next day. I don't know about everyone else, but I have to work in the morning. So it ended up ending like around 11:45. You know, that's pretty late, but it wasn't too bad. I've seen more verses in later than that, so I was fine with it. So that's it for this video. If you are new here, welcome. I like to do makeup videos and hair. I've been saying this forever, but I want to do like cooking or baking videos. I'll do that one of these days, hopefully soon. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. As I said earlier, this particular video was a subscriber request. I am open to more requests or suggestions, so if you have any, feel free to send them to me. I will not deny any help on content ideas, okay? I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!